this is Harshmeen and I am here in Hamilton today again, but at the Waikato University. Beautiful view for you guys. I'm trying to shoot in beautiful views of Hamilton because our New Zealand is beautiful. And today I'm here to talk about how to assimilate in between culture of any country. You can be like, I will give you an example of my country, that is New Zealand, and you can actually put it in your situation according to yourself. So I came to New Zealand in 2014 in January, so it's going to be 7 years. So I thought it was the best time to show you how I'm here. So it's been 7 years I'm in this country, and I came to this country in 2014 to study in WINTEC, Waikato Institute of Technology, and I started business course, level 7, and it was 1 year course and I was studying here. And during studying I was like a little bit confused. Like, first of all, come to a new country and you'll be like, where am I? The culture shock, because again, the Indian country full of people, and the country here, it was very, not very crowded, very small population. Like, we only have 5 million population all over New Zealand. So you can think about how our country is and how New Zealand is. So it was like that, and it was a major shock. But I saw a lot of people, and which was like, I don't know them. And it was a little bit overwhelming for me in the beginning, but again, I had to wing it and learn how to be comfortable in uncomfortable situation. And I kept on doing things I should be doing, that is talking to people, learning new things, and deciding what should I be doing further. When I was studying in WINTEC, I used to spend a lot of time at WINTEC. So I was roaming around here and there, and I saw a notice board in WINTEC, and where they wrote, we need some volunteers for internship. And I was like, okay, cool, what it is. So then I went further to Student Learning Center. They said, oh, but it's not for us, this is the department you should be going. So yeah, okay, I went to that. She took me to that department, introduced me to the manager, and the manager took over me, and she was like, okay, tell me about yourself. And I told her about me and this and that, and we had an interview. And after a few days of discussions and everything, finally by April 2014, I started working with WINTEC as a volunteer. Why I started working with WINTEC? Because the thing is, when you come to a new country, you're like understanding the culture, understanding how the work culture works and how other things works. So to do that, I started working at WINTEC. And another thing I changed during that time was, I was living with some Indian couple during that time for 3 months again, and then I moved with Kiwis. Not because I don't like my people, it's because, understanding the culture was an important thing for me, because I don't know anybody. And another thing was communication. If the more I have to talk to people here, the better it would be. So English is the most important thing wherever you go. Even if you plan to go out of abroad today, anywhere you go, you have to learn how to speak in English. So I was good with English, but again, the communication has to be really good to be able to work with people, to understand the culture, to understand how things you take it and how they take it. So it was all around. So while working with WINTEC, it was the best experience ever. I learned so many things. I learned so much about the culture. I learned how people know each other, how they behave with each other, how they talk with each other. So a lot was different if you talk in terms of India. So I would say, always remember, go out of your comfort zone to know people, and do something which will help you to learn any culture if you are going to a new country. Because the thing is, if you plan to stay in a country, you should know their culture too, because at the end of the day, we have to be thankful for them to welcome us in their country. I know we're getting jobs, we're doing a lot for them, but still, we still have to be thankful to those people who let us in as well. Maybe our neighbors, or maybe somebody we are driving to, or anybody. So it's very important we should show gratitude. So when you are in a country, it's like a different thing to understand, For example, you are cooking like maybe samosas, or maybe you're cooking some continental dish or anything. You need to know the ingredients before you can cook that dish, or you can actually order, because obviously you will always have the opportunity to see what ingredients there are, even if you're ordering from any restaurant. So it's very important for you to understand the culture. For example, if you go out and eat in different places, you always check the points. And if you are going out and checking those points, so why not to understand the culture where you're living? Whether it's Canada, whether it's New Zealand, whether it's US, anything. Make sure you understand the culture. And to do so, it's the better way is get a volunteer work. Start working with people around you. They will teach you how to do it. And if you are starting a business, that's the most important thing you're doing, because at the end of the day, these are the people who are going to help you, and they will be willing to help you, because that's what you need, is establish yourself in a country where nobody knows you. You're only known by your name, and if you want your name to be known to people, it's by talking to them or understanding their culture and understanding how they behave and how they do things. I learned the culture of New Zealand by meeting people, by doing work that I was doing in Wintec, while studying in Wintec, while living with those people. My flatmates used to tell me a lot about the country. They used to tell me, if you're planning to go there, you should be going to this place or that place. And he used to tell me a lot of other things as well. He used to tell me how to be safe in the country, which area you shouldn't be living or which area you should be living. Even, for example, when I went out to look for an apartment, I took my friend. She was a Kiwi. She came with me to find the apartment, and she made sure that I was living with nice people. So this is how I end up getting a good apartment. And then Wintec, I searched Wintec through a lot of recommendations from other people, and some of my family members has also studied here, so they told me about that. And about working at Wintec, it was all the notice board that I looked at to understand the culture, mainly because, again, I am from a different country, and the work that I was doing, I was actually telling international students about the country and how to be safe here. So that really helped me learn more things about New Zealand and learn more how I can keep myself safe in the country and how I can actually assimilate myself into the culture. And today my challenge to you is make an effort and start finding a volunteer work for you. Not because I'm promoting you to do volunteer work. I'm not saying do it for 1 year, 2 years, just for 2-3 months. If you are in a new country, learn the culture, understand the work culture, and there you go. You will have things which you really need to have, is understand the culture and assimilate yourself into that culture. I'm not saying change yourself or do something like that or that. No. Just understand the culture, how it works and what it is. And then you will understand what I'm trying to say. So thank you for your time today, and I hope you liked the video. Please like the video and subscribe. See ya.